Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I'm got Yaira number two right here. Yeah, that's right. I got Yaira number two. Y'all know I had to get a cover. This cover, look how gorgeous that cover is. It's a little bit smaller than the other one, but I guess that makes sense because they're trying to get out some stories or whatever. Um, this book picks the events of Yaira number one, and if you guys don't remember, I have a review of Yaira. Probably it'll be a link. It'll be linked on the video, hopefully, because sometimes with YouTube, eh, and sometimes with me, I sometimes forget. But anyway, with Yaira being quote unquote dead and defeating the three what's they call it, the three visitors, Yasina, Yantani, and Magnus Numet, and her faking her death, Yaira, aka Dr. Sally Rodale, decides to go back to her job at Pronex with Dr. Daniel, the sister of Isom, um, and um, she discovers that like she's dealing with her family is kind of being tortured in Hella, and the nightmares of the three visitors are still haunting her, even though she defeated them, she killed them. They're haunting her dreams, and now she's like kind of paranoid about everything that's going on. She's trying to figure out, um, are they still alive? And if that's the case, is it a possibility to get her family back? And as she wonders that, um, there's something that keeps calling her to Atlantis to find Neptune. So now she goes to find the lost city of Atlantis and Neptune to see what's the connection, because apparently at the end of Yaira number one, she was saved by Neptune in the ocean after her battle. So yeah, this is where we at. Okay, so it opens up from the ending part of the battle, and her family, her family is screaming. They're screaming like, "Mommy, why did you leave me here? Yaira, why did you leave us here? Do you not love us? Why did you forsake us?" And she's like, "No, I didn't forsake you. I always cared about you or whatever." And there's the three visitors in her vision, the ones that she killed, stopping her from saving her family. She gets up and visions. It's another nightmare. It hasn't been the same. And she was like, I need to find the secrets that might help save my family, because whatever these nightmares are, they're also tied to the city of Atlantis. So the thing is, the armor that Yara has right here, this armor was given to her by Neptune. Hmm. So the iconic costume that Yara has, it wasn't something that she had on her own. It was something that was given to her. But the problem is, now that that costume was given to her, what connection you have with Yaira, and why did he save her? Um, so she texts Dr. Daniels about like, hey, what she said, the lost city of Atlantis. Sally, you never cease to amaze me. When can we start? And she was like, luckily, this all leads me to a path to find you, Neptune. Um, and let me see, projects. Yeah, hold on, making sure. Okay, so then we get to the next part where we have Stefina from Yari number one, who ancestry. Her grandmother died before Yaira got a chance to give Stefina answers. She was taking on the three visitors, but Stefina feels like Yaira purposely killed her grandmother and left her alone. So now that she's with Alpha Core, which I'm quite sure she'll be a major player in Yaira number three and Alpha Core number two, maybe, because now that she's part of the team now. So anyway, Ingrid is telling her like, you got to calm down, because hey, Brian is going to deduct that from your check or whatever. because she's been destroying the gym. But she's like, I'm so angry, and so like she and then Ingrid was like, "You're not the only one who has to deal with stuff, but we're not killers, remember?" She's like, "I don't want to be a killer, but I just want answers, and I want my revenge against Yaira." Solar comes in, and he was like, "You will get your answer. You will get we will take down Yaira, but we will not kill her. I have all this anger, and I just don't know what to do with it." And he was like, "You he's basically saying you live a life that people you lost would be proud of. Live every day in their honor." So they go to Spain, and of course the ladies get there. Yaira asks Dr. Daniels going on, and she was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Everything's going on." And she was like, "If you need me to sort out anything," and she was like, "Don't worry. It's been sorted. I appreciate it." So um, now that they're in Spain, they meet up with Javier Cruz, the head of operations at Projects Spain, and then he was like, "Look, I'm just gonna let you know, I'm not a fan. I think you're full of shit in the body bag, and I don't understand why you had to come to Spain to find the city of Atlantis or whatever." So of course, news reports and everything are surrounding her. She's explaining everything that's going on to Javier Cruz while also answering questions from the reporters about her findings. And she was like, "Hey, now that we found Atlantis, who knows? Maybe we can find Shabala next." But so far we're going to begin with Atlantis. And they were like, "Well, how do we know that you guys aren't any from aren't trying to use this for war or anything?" And she was like, "Well, Projects is a international for-profit company, so whatever we have, we're going to share with the world." So once they continue down, Dr. Daniels pilots a pod that with the information that Yaira gave her to where they need to go to find Atlantis. They find Atlantis. They can't believe they found the interest of Atlantis, and begins their mission. So after all of this is done, they have lunch together. They start talking about everything that's going on or whatever, and then all of a sudden, Yaira starts freaking out. She starts flipping out, and it's a nightmare, and it's the volcano explosion again. And what's the darn character name? Uh, Magnus Namut. I don't even know how to say his name, but he appears in her dreams again, and then bam, she falls over. Now this is where I have a problem right here, Jin and Sasuke sisters, the Sasuke sisters, because the reason why I'm saying that is because if she's having a dinner with Dr. Daniels, let them have that. But you let her have a moment where she zones out, and then Dr. Daniels asks, "Are you okay?" And then she walks away, and she was like, "Yes, I'm fine. I just need to take some off. I just need to take some time to lay down or whatever," and let her go to the room and maybe wash her face a little bit. And was like, "These nightmares, they're what I'm saying." And then she was like, "Maybe I just need to," she takes a glass of wine or something like that, and then get in the bed, and then that's when she has another part of the nightmare, and then that will wake her up. That would make a little bit more visual sense. So anyway, she gets up from the nightmare, and she decided that she was like, my mind is a prison. My thoughts are betraying me. And then she was like, "But Neptune, could you help me? Are you waiting for me down there?" And it's like, "What lies beyond the entrance of Atlantis?" Um, and then she was like, "What happened to your home? Were there more superpower beings like me that was there at the time? What happened? I must know." So she dives down through the entrance of Atlantis, and she was like, "This is the final century, and looking for answers." Uh, and then she was like, "Your wife was so beautiful, and with your five sets of sons." And she was like, "But she was like, your kingdom." What she said? She said, "Your kingdom surpassed all on earth, and your richest new and who were the psychics and the superhumans that that inhabit this place. What happened here? Atlantis sunk, and your legacy faded from history into legend until now. But you are not here. But you are not here, and I am still alone, and I still need answers." So she's reminiscing about the rumors that she's heard about Atlantis, because back in the times she was alive during Neptune's reign, and now that he's gone, what happened? So she meets a fellow, whatever she is, and then his name is Yashura. She hugs him and she's like, "I'm see you," or whatever. And then he's like, "You defeated the three visitors." And he's like, "Now you come home back as a hero." She's like, "No, I still have much work." She's like, she was like, "That's true, but I will give them something even better than hope. I will give them freedom. We will not return empty-handed. None will be able to deny him. Do you know where he is?" And then she's like, "I actually had found his potential hideout even when I saw you on the beach, this city of Atlantis, and tomorrow we're going to dive down to explore it." So basically, um, it looks like Neptune might be one of the whatever Yaira's race of beings are, and it looks like Neptune might have answers, or might have left answers to whatever they need to set their people of their planet free. So we get a little flashback of them when they're kids, and Yashul is telling Yaira, like, "You shouldn't use your powers, it's forbidden." She was like, "But it's so beautiful. How can you deny this power when we were born to fly?" So the next day, Javier is not impressed because Joshua Von Wolf, master scuba diver, has arrived to help help Dr. Sally with her research or whatever. Dr. Daniels let everybody know that everything is illegal, is legal, everything is good. He's allowed to go on the dive. Um, and of course, Javier is complaining, and then she's like, "We're on the same side. This ridiculous micromanage and a confident leader would just say thank you." He's like, "But I'm watching you." While that's going on, Yaira and Yashul discuss everything that's going on, and he's like, "I just don't understand you trying to blend in with these humans, and we could be home or whatever. We don't really need this stuff or whatever." And then she's like, "Well, we got to sell it. We got to make it look like we're actual, people who do all of this stuff." So even though the visuals went out, the ship is still intact. They have landed past the entry of Atlantis. They go out, and then they face these giant creatures. Look at it, giant creatures and a giant octopus that stops them, which is kind of funny because they did that in Marvel Ultimate Alliance when we went down to the city of Atlantis, because Namor's cousin took over, and there was a giant octopus that was wrapped around like the little entrance before you get to the prison of the Atlantis, which is kind of cool because I where they pulled it from, and it kind of guards everything or whatever. But it has its tentacles wrapped around the stone pillars that holds it up. So while that's going on, they're fighting the giant octopus or whatever. And for a moment that they get free, Yaira dives past him and get to the prison of net where a prison of people are kept or whatever. Um, excuse me. Yaira was like, she feels like she's being watched by somebody, and then when she turns around, it's these zombie ocean dwellers, blasts them, and she's basically like, "Oh my god, they're not dying." So then they start attacking her and Yasul. And then Yara was like, stick with me, Yasul." And then she creates this magical blast, and then she was like, and then you see Cleto. She's like, "Wait, no, my sons." And she was like, "Your sons?" And she's like, "Yes, my sons." So then we flash back to again where Yaira is disappearing, and Yashua was like, "You shouldn't come." She was like, "You can." She was like, "It's not too late. You can come back. You can return." And then she's like, "Stay for what? It will be too late for everyone if I do not do something now." And then she's like, "I will return one day, and I will become a hero." Okay, now it flashes back to Cleto, and she's like, "Wait, Cleto, are these your children?" And she's like, "Yes, Neptune traded in our son's souls to make sure that I was immortal because he didn't want to lose me." And she was like, "But you do that. I mean," she was like, "You can't do that to our sons." And then because I talked back, he took he made our sons his our sons guard me, so I couldn't, I couldn't be free, and they all they're cursed to forever protect me. And she was like, "Don't you want to be with your sons?" She was like, as much as you know." So then Yaira creates another distraction to blast away the boys, right? While that's happening, they her and Yashua swim even further into Atlantis or whatever, and they get closer to the city. And but because Yazul kind of went ahead of her because she created a distraction so he can get ahead of her. And they released Cleto as well, and Cleto was like, "Oh my god!" They was like, "Neptune's is here." She was like, "Yes, he's about to come." And she's like, "He's alive," and felt that there was a disturbance coming. He cannot find you here. There's not enough time. You must hide, right? So then they hide, and then Neptune was like, "Cleto, are you okay?" And then she's like, "Stay away from me. I am how you left me and our children in a fate worse than hell, an eternity nightmare from which we never wake." It was like this world in which I found you in hell, a place where everything rots at a record speed and nothing lasts except us, my immortal beloved. And she's like, if you love me, you would never have sacrificed our sons to keep me as your captive. I cannot escape you or even this prison, not even in. And he's like, how could you want death? I saved you from death. While all turns to dust around us, we remain the same as the day I met you. Can't you see I have done this because I love you with all my being? And she's like, if you don't love me, because if you loved me, um, all of this has been because you want to put a need and desire above all else. And he was like, but I love you. And she's like, but I don't love you. I hate you. Every day in this prison, I hate you a little bit more and more. And then he returns back into a water portal and swims away. And while that's happening, Laura goes after him, and then she's like, "What's going on?" So again, she starts hallucinating. So this is where I'm kind of like, "Damn, I'm kind of even confused with what's going on." So she sees her family, and then she's like, "No, no, no, no! Everything burns, Mom. Why did you leave us here? Why aren't you protecting us?" Yaira had enough, and then she was like, "These nightmares, magic. I won't fall for it." So she kind of tailbones up out of the water, and then she sees him, and then she creates a blizzard storm that's coming down on the city while trying to fight Mazul. The problem is, she was like, "This is my dream, and I won't let you stop me." And then the thing about it is, Yashua is trying to tell her like, "Yaira, stop! You have to listen." And he's just like, "Get out of here! This is my head, and then these are my rules." And he's just like, "Yaira." And she's like, "What? What's going on?" And what are you doing? You have to stop this. And then she was like, "No, where did he go? Oh my god!" And then she done created storms, tornadoes, ice, haze, and everything is happening while the waves are getting over or whatever, stuff like that. She's like, they were like, that crazy woman Yaira, she's attacking the city. And Yaira was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" And she's like, "I must stop everything." So she stops everything that's happening right now. And then Stefina, she sees her, she's like, "I knew you were still alive." And then Ingrid was like, "No, you can't, you're not going anywhere. You not try to go after her." And she was like, "You can't stop me." And she's like, "I'm gonna kill Yaira if it's the last thing I do, and no one can stop me." So she punches Ingrid out, and then she leaps up into the air and goes after Yaira. And then Yaira's questioning herself. She's like, "Was this set up? What's going on? Why is everything happening?" She's like, and then before she got a chance to explain herself, she was like, "These phantoms, they are attacking her or whatever." And everybody was just like, all everybody sees is Yaira fighting air. So Yaira number 3 is coming later this year. That's the end of that. So next time, will Yaira be able to get over her crazy psychotic episode and figure out what's really going on. What is the deal between Neptune and, and Cleto? Is Neptune also one of these aliens and stuff like that? And why did he give Yaira the armor? You know what I'm saying? Much more next time. Issue number 3. This one was okay. This one was okay. This felt more like a middle setup book. And this is issue number 2. This is issue number 2. So I don't I'm patient. Again, it kind of felt like a little speed run through. I would have preferred maybe having a rival company going after Atlantis, or maybe having a rival water villain that might can go against Yaira, who suspect Dr. Sally being her or whatever, you know, something like that. But other than that, I had a good time reading it. I really have no problem. I love the artwork that Deborah's doing as well, which reminds me actually, while I got you guys here, I got the little package, the Yaira t-shirt. Y'all know I had to get that. I also have her art book, the art book of Deborah. Oh, look at that full coloring. Oh my God, that thing is beautiful, is it not? Is it not? Y'all gotta admit that is beautiful. I have a little thing, but my mom used a little bag to put the instincts in. That's why my Yaira book's not in the little thing. I gotta get that thing from her too. I'm gonna ask her where she put it at. But look at that. Jesus Christ. Look at that foil right there. Like this is the art book too. So this is cool. Maybe I should study the art book. Maybe I'll be able to draw, maybe. But yeah, this look at that. That's cute. I like that. I like that so much. And of course I got me let me see how I also got the Yaira poster as well, collectible things. But for right now, I'm not gonna open it because you know how hard it is to open up a poster or whatever. But yeah, those are my thoughts for Yaira number 2. Yaira number 2. Like I said, y'all already know this is my fan favorite character. Her looks, her being so mysterious, being a kick-ass person, and she uses ice powers. So y'all already know so far this is my character. Even like if I don't continue to buy more Rippaverse books, this book will probably be the book I will continue to buy. It's just my favorite personally. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys read Yaira number 2 yet? Did you guys get the Great War of Separation? No, I did not. I'm waiting for that to probably be collected because that looks like an event book that I'm just not going to buy separately. Oh, don't forget to watch my Blood Ruth video that I also reviewed, and my reaction to ISO number 3 and Zaylan as well. All of that is in the Rippaverse playlist. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everybody.